I'll tell you the story. So I matched with a guy who was very attractive, and like the guy I am attracted to is like tall, sort of muscly. He can be like fat, but like big. I like big and muscles, and has a good smile and sparkly eyes, and like knows how to laugh and stuff. So that's
What an interesting set of criteria, gentlemen. But what is going on, Warband? It is Taylor the Fiend, back again with another response video, and on today's show, we're looking at a video submission through the Patreon about being a large girl on Tinder and what it entails. But before we crack into it, if you're new here, guys, you're liking the videos, be sure to subscribe on your way in. Come and join the Discord if you haven't already. And if you'd like to support the channel, get some extra exclusive videos, be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description. But let's see what she has to say.
with like the guy I matched with, right? Didn't have a fish as his first on his first photo. That was a bonus. And it turns out that his friends had stolen his Tinder account. I don't know how they did that. And you could kind of tell just like based on the responses that he messaged me first. Well, they messaged me first. I think they opened the account in his name. And like they were purposely trolling women, like ugly women, they said, and like just to mess with his Tinder account. So,
I mean, you're not going to elicit much empathy out of men in particular who, when they use dating apps, it's just using dating apps as a man, generally speaking, is a terrible experience. Like, it's not good for your self-esteem because girls will treat you exactly like what she's describing the entire damn time. So if you're making this and expecting some level of sympathy or anything like that, you're probably not going to get that from half of the planet. But let's continue.
that was sort of like the only openly trolly thing. Most often what happens is when I match with somebody, I think sometimes dudes just swipe right on everybody, which is unfortunate because like I take the time to actually go through and like look at their profile, look at their photos, you know,
And the reason why you do that is because you have limited options. Most girls, guys, when they're using Tinder, what they'll do is they won't bother to read bios. They'll swipe on like a very small select number of men and just go very fast through the stack and just dismiss you based on qualities that don't even matter. Like, oh, his hair is half a centimeter shorter, or he looks short here, or like like just random reasons. Girls will use any random reason to, like, oh, I don't like the color of his shirt, so nah, and then they'll just skip through. So again, the reason why you're taking the time is because your market value is not very high. Okay, so when you say that, it's not as if you're being ethical or moral. So if you could, girls always pretend, guys, that it's like for a moral reason they're doing it. I'm reading through people's profiles. I'm taking the time on people because I care about people. No, you're taking your time because you have fewer options. That's why.
see if it says they have kids. And I choose whether to swipe right or left or whatever action you have to take in that particular app in order to match with them based on that information. Like, I take my time, whereas dudes scroll through Tinder and swipe right like people scroll through Instagram and mass like photos.
I love how she's positioning it as if she's taking the moral high road when the only reason she's following that process is because um, she has less people to choose from, so she has to do that. You see how the morals come afterwards? Like the morals don't even matter, right?
Yeah. So, um, yeah, most often I just get unmatched right before, like, especially with Tinder, it'll say, hey, you have a match. And by the time you got there, he's unmatched and gone, right? Which, I mean, that's fast, but it's also very annoying because you're kind of like, oh, cool. And then you get to it and you're like, what the hell happened? Where did he go? Is he a ghost? Is Tinder wrong? Like, what happened?
Yeah, see, this is the thing. When you shoot your shot out of your league, people will just ghost you, right? And like again, you're not going to get a whole lot of. Let me just skip to where it's colored. you're not going to get a whole lot of empathy because that's literally the entire dating experience for men. The dating experience for most men on apps is you get very few amount of likes per week. The people you do match with will ghost you or leave you, or just like lead you on for some attention and then refuse to meet up. Okay, so I don't know what you're expecting. I get if it's just she's trying to share her experience, but to pretend as though you're taking some sort of moral high road is just kind of beyond me.
From my dating app profiles, every time he like matches with me, like I don't match with him anymore. I used to, just because I knew him from school, and so it was like, oh, I can talk to him, right? Not like I want to date him. But the first time.
Yeah, because why would you use a dating app to date people, right? Like, why would you match someone with someone on a dating app who you want to date with? God forbid. You see, this is exactly why I tell you guys do not be having long conversations with women on Tinder or any apps in general. Because given the opportunity, they will use you for your time and attention. Okay, men are lied to about what the trade actually is. The trade is men are giving their commitment, their time, their energy, stuff like that, and women are giving their, for lack of a better word, fertility, youth, affection, intimacy, whatever you want to call it. Okay, but guys are lied to, and we're not even told that our attention is valuable. Men are trained in such a way where when they grow up, they perceive their attention to be so worthless that they just give it to everyone and treat everyone well. Guys, please do not go out here treating people well who do not deserve to be treated well. You see what I mean? The moment someone disrespects your boundaries, guys, you don't continue to treat them well. But men are taught to literally just be walked all over throughout their entire life. It's so sad.
It happened, like I started talking to him and I was like, oh, maybe I should give him a chance, even though I'm highly not attracted to him. But maybe that's the only guy I'll ever match with, or the only guy who'll ever be interested in with me. And like all of these things went through my head, like I'm so unlovable. Like maybe he's the only guy in the entire world who will ever love me.
Yeah, you see how love comes into the equation depending on your options, right? Like, yeah, I'll see this guy because he might be the only option I get. You see how love is taken out of the equation, guys? You notice how it's a non-factor here? Isn't that just very strange?
I know, a load of bullshit, right? So I matched with him. I knew that like he would want to go out with me because he has literally been like, I would say, mildly stalking. Not really, but like he has been asking me out for years, like since kindergarten kind of years. So I knew I kind of had a good chance with him. And then I was like, I feel really uncomfortable with this. But then every time I got on a different app, he would still match with me and still message me. And when OkCupid still allowed you to like message anyone and not like change your settings, he would message me and I couldn't get rid of him. I had to block him on Facebook. I
And this is the point at which we lost any remaining inkling of respect, right? Like, I can respect a video where maybe you, as someone who is large, you're sharing your dating experiences for the sake of sharing your dating experiences. Maybe you want to explain it to other large people so that they know what they're in for. That's fine. But notice where we're at right now, guys. She's talking about a guy who's clearly interested in her, and she's just leading on for attention, who she'll probably get with in the future, just so she has someone. And she's saying, oh yeah, he's so creepy, he's so terrible, he messages me on all these apps. The only one of those apps that you listed that didn't require a match to message, there was only one of them. It was like OkCupid or something like that, right? So the rest of them, you're matching with him, and he's thinking he has a chance, so he's messaging you, and you're just like calling him a terrible creep on the internet. So I don't know.
definitely have him blocked on Tinder, but if I ever like, well, I had him blocked on Tinder, but then like when you leave the app for a while and they hide your profile, he like re-comes up as in my matches or like in my swipes. So it's
That whole sentence was just a load of cap. It was all of that was just the most BS ever.
very annoying. But I think he's kind of moved on and got the hint now. So yeah, like even he frequents the same Starbucks I do, and so there are certain days of the week where I don't go there at the times he's there, or that I know he'll be there. because he would just come and talk to me while I was working, and I was like, I'm like literally doing work right now. So please go away. Otherwise, I've had pretty much no other major trolling until I said no to a guy. When they would, it used to be that like okay, so at some point in time, my self-esteem went up, you know, just from growing into myself and whichever. But when I first got onto dating apps, or when I first moved home, I kind of felt like I had to acknowledge and give in to every guy and talk to every guy I matched with. And when they would ask me out and I'd say, no, I'm really not comfortable with that. Like, you know, you're great to talk to, but like, I don't want to date you.
Yeah, again, because why would you use a dating app for dating, right? When you can just use all the guys for their attention and time and waste their time. You see how terrible that is, guys? This is why, like, I'm not concerned about leaving a girl ghosted. I'm just not. Like, here's the thing. If I ask a girl out and she says no, I'm not asking again. It's just not happening. I literally, guys, get this, okay? I talked to this girl like 9 months or something ago, right? 9 months ago. I asked her out. She said no. And then I did not ask her out again. Literally yesterday, after 9 months, she messages me, oh, hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 all this crap. And you know what? I'm not replying to her. You see, guys, girls get one chance, okay? You don't be allowing these girls to have 50 chances with you because she's busy on the day. A lot of these girls, given the opportunity, will just waste your time, guys. Because they think that they deserve better. We're going to leave today's video there, gentlemen. If you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe on your way out. Leave your thoughts, your comments, your opinions. If you've disagreed with anything I've said during the video, feel free to do so in the comments. Plenty of room for that. Subscribe if you liked the video, which I said. And if you'd like to support the channel, guys, get access to some exclusive videos and bits and pieces, be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Yo boys, it's Taylor here. I just want to say thank you if you've made it to the end of the video, and if you've been enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe on your way out, join the Discord, and check out the Patreon link in the description. See you boys in the next one.
Talking too much in the gum and they're missing it much. Had to put myself together, we get my composure and follow my heart. Alright, I used to ride in the back of the bus and I